Okay, so this is one of the pieces of fabric that I got from Joann's. This is the second piece that I got. Here's the third piece. I got two bobbins of this color, this really deep, rich purple. I got a 24-inch zipper. That's also a deep purple. And then I have a ribbon that I also purchased. That's a very light sheer kind of purple. So how I'm going to start this bag off is I'm going to cut this bird out of the fabric. Okay, so what I've done is I've connected the two pieces, the front and the back, together with the pins. Since I forgot to add the bottom, because this is a total of 8 pieces, but for each side 4. So this is the back part of the bag, the front part of the bag, and these are the sides of the bag. Okay, and so since I forgot to add the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and cut that now. Okay, so I've selected what I want, and so now I'm going to cut. Okay, since I've cut the inside, I'm going to cut the outside now, so I'm just going to stack the inside on top of the outside, and then I'm going to pin it together, and then I'm going to cut. Okay, so when you're cutting fabric, different type of fabric, you have to have different type of scissors. For this fabric, I am using a very sharp scissors in order to cut it and get a nice even cut. Using just regular scissors like this, it's harder to cut. Like, I don't know if I can give an example, but I don't want to tear up the fabric. Yeah, so use sharp scissors if you're using thick fabric. For thinner fabric, I would still recommend using sharp scissors as well. So I've gone ahead and I've cut out the 2 pieces, and so I'm just going to take off the my pattern. And so there I have it. This is the inside, here's the outside, and then I'm going to piece the pieces together. Okay, so after I have the pieces kind of spread out, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to temporarily pin them with some safety pins. Okay, I've just connected the 2 sides. Okay, next for this bag, I'm going to go ahead and put the inside together like this. And then I'm going to put the safety pin right here. Okay, I'm going to take the front piece and I'm going to turn it around like this. And then I'm going to connect that piece together like so. I wanted to make sure that the pieces, they lined it up together correctly, so I kind of took the pins out and then just stacked them together. And so so once I decide to sew, or once I sew, the inside won't look uneven. So that's what I did for the bottom piece. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and just put a safety pin right here. Okay, so when you're connecting them, take care to not poke yourself because the needles are sharp. So okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is line everything up just to see how it looks. And so this is the back end. And after I sew the pieces together, whatever is uneven, I can decide to cut. Like right here is uneven. But once I actually start sewing, I'll be able to tell where it needs to be cut and where it doesn't. So, okay, so now since I have the back and the front stacked together, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a safety pin on the back end for each side. Okay, so once I have an idea about where I want to connect the pieces, I'm going to go ahead and put a safety pin here and put a safety pin here. Okay, so after I have everything connected, I can go ahead and start sewing, but this is what it looks like with it connected. So I'm going to go ahead and start sewing. Okay, so I have sewn like this side and this side and this side, 3 sides. Let me see. So that right there, it's like that on the side. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew this side, the front side together like I did this side, all 3 sides, and then I'm going to turn the back inside out. Okay, so I turned the back inside out, and then this is the bottom piece. And so before I turned the back inside out, I kind of did a reversal and turned this first piece inside out, and then I turned the back inside out, if that makes sense. But anyways, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this safety pin, and then I'm going to have one side out, and then I'm going to sew it. Wait. I'm going to sew it. Okay, right here. And then I'll be able to see this part and then sew. And then after I sew to where I know I want the bag to be, I'm going to turn it inside out. Okay, now I've turned it back to right side out. I've already sewn one side of the bottom. Now I'm going to sew the next side of the bottom like this. Okay, so after I've sewn the sides together, this side and then this side, I need to, I'll have this one, it have the safety pin inside on the other side. Okay, now this side is open because I have to work in it, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew this side and then this side, and then I'm going to sew, oops, doing it wrong. Yeah. And then I'm going to sew this side together. Okay, for this bag, I couldn't decide of whether I wanted the edge to be kind of ragged or not. But for this bag, I'm going to go ahead and sew these 2 sides together. This is the right side together, but it's going to have a ragged edge. Okay, since I decided on a ragged edge for this bag, I'm going to go ahead and take the safety pin that's on this side of the back, or the inside of the back, out, and then just fold the outside, or this is the outside of the bag, to the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this part, but I'm going to take the safety pin off first and then go ahead and do it. Okay, so I've sewn all 4 corners of the bottom of the bag, and so it looks like this. Okay, this is the inside of the bag. Okay, so for the front, in the future, this front part of the bag, when I know that I have a design already planned for the front, I'm going to take the front piece before I sew it, and I'm going to sew in the front by itself without the bag being almost finished. So for this bag, I'm going to add beads to the front pattern. And so here they are right there.